This is Elizabeth from Love This Body, and I actually just sat down at my desk to write you a newsletter. And as I sat down, I thought, I really want to go to the beach right now. So I thought if I made a video, it would save a lot of time, because when I do a newsletter, I edit it and I'm horrible with commas. I have to send it to my brother. So I decided tonight, the subject that I was going to write about, I would just tell you guys about in a video, and it's quick for me, quick for you. So the subject I wanted to talk about or write about or share with you tonight is creativity, and how this is a huge part of the work that I do and the work that my clients do. And it's actually a really big weight loss tool, love your body tool, body image tool. It's just hugely effective in kind of every realm. And really quickly, I know a lot of you know me and know my story, but if you don't, because I know we have a lot of new people to the Love This Body community, I just want to tell you a little story about myself and how I have had a really rocky road with creativity, and that I went to school actually for musical theater. I was obsessed with musical theater when I was a teenager and went to school for it and studied it. And, you know, at the time had the singing and dancing and improvising and really bad stand-up comedy and everything from like acting like an animal and crawling on the ground to making up songs. And little did I know, I wasn't consciously doing all these creative things, but I just was, and I loved it, and it was great. And then when I was leaving college, I decided that I didn't really like musical theater that much, and that I didn't want to pursue it. And more importantly, I felt like I was supposed to be doing something else, that I was here for kind of a different purpose. But what happened is I said goodbye to musical theater, and I essentially stopped acting, singing, dancing, doing all of these things that were really, the things that I did to express myself creatively and move that energy. And so for a few years, I really didn't have any creative outlets. And looking back, it doesn't surprise me that those were the years when I really liked ice cream a lot, or I really liked wine a lot, or, I had these things that, again, in and of themselves are not bad things. Wine and ice cream are great, but when I was using them to kind of distract or overusing them, they weren't the best things. And I look back and I think like, I feel like I was kind of trying to distract myself, and I didn't have, that kind of outlet anymore. So now it's different in the way that I like to do. What do I do now for creativity? I'm trying to add more and more in, but one of my favorite things is just doing dance parties. I also feel, for me, like doing cooking, I'm really bad at it. But every couple weeks I get really excited and inspired to cook, and I pick a recipe and I, put on the music and pour a glass of seltzer or wine and make a meal. And that for me feels really creative. I know I'm a horrible visual artist. I'm really bad at drawing and things like that. But if you are good at that and you love it, I know that some clients of mine, they forgot that they used to love to paint or draw, and they do that once a week, and it changes their whole world. It changes their whole personality almost, and how they are with their bodies, with their relationships, with their job. So I think that creativity isn't kind of this woo-woo, like some people should do it thing. I think it's really essential for all of us, and for all of us to have our own way of doing it and to do it in a way that feels good to us. So I'd love to lovingly encourage you to bring in creativity in whatever way feels good to you. And it could be 2 minutes a day. It could be a whole weekend. And if you need support, I would find someone and just tell them what your idea is, or text someone right now, or Facebook someone and say, hey, you want to go make a pot or something like that, and get some support and accountability. And also, as always, I love to hear from you. And if you want to email me at elizabeth@lovethisbody.com, I'd love to hear about what you've been doing creatively for yourself and your life, or what you want to and what you'd love to commit to. And if you have any fun, crazy ideas, I'd love to share them with this community. So I send so much love to you, and thanks for watching this video, and I will talk with you all very soon. Bye.